The Prime Dojo in the Jedi Monastery echoed with the rumbles and crashes of sparring sessions and hand-to-hand combat. Never had there been an alchemy of old and new, so pure and driven towards a common goal of goodwill. Old knowledge of the Force purified and wove into new martial arts. A field of sand-colored sabers highlighted a pond of gray and sand-colored robes. What was once a scattered blast of independent warriors was now an order of Jedi like a focused archer.
"Gather my disciples,"
said Master Barin.
"I will teach you a new thing."
The Jedi circled the sparring mat.
"I will require a volunteer."
For a moment, none obliged the Master until Dato cut through the crowd.
"Very good, young knight. Enter the mat."
Watching from the corner of the room, Master Sadana melted into the shadows and ascended the stairwells. The old Jedi floated into Barin's chambers. There were strange old objects like things you'd find in a museum, only they looked maintained, like a room of polished past.
"What I will teach you is an art form lost to time,"
said Master Barin.
"The last use of it was during the Hyperspace War, in which one Jedi Master was notably renowned for his skill. Prepare yourself with your blade, young knight."
Master Sadana picked up one of the old objects and closed his eyes. He reached deep into the energies of the molecular structure, speaking to the midichlorians and asking them for their memories. Sadana's eyes tightened shut like a blinding light had burned his vision. Master Barin stretched out his hand, and strings of yellow light flashed and tangled from his fingertips. The lightning strands whipped Dato across her limbs and face, writhing her to the floor. Not a single strand of electricity touched the lightsaber, leaving everyone in the room frozen with surprise.
"Enough!"
An old, wise voice echoed. All heads turned, and Master Sadana burst into the dojo.
"Explain yourself!"
he demanded, reaching down to carefully raise the stunned Dato to her feet. Barin tucked his hands behind his back.
"What were you doing to the young Dato? What did you hope to gain in her suffering?"
Words began to whisper and grow in the crowd. Mutterings like the dark side, even curses such as Sith magic, fell softly under the grumblings. Barin could hear it all.
"Very well, students. I will gladly explain myself to you all. Sadana, I couldn't help but notice the midichlorians allowing you to access their memories just a few moments ago. And while normally you have the free will to dance with the Force as you must, I must insist that you ask permission before looking through my belongings."
"I console the Force surrounding your personal effects."
"Indeed," Barin challenged, "and you should tell everyone exactly what you saw."
"The entire reason you are here thousands of years ahead of your time is because of the dark side." The whispers grew louder. Barin concealed a smile.
"Yes, Sadana, it's true. I was trapped in the gravitational pull of the spider's web, and I had no hope of escaping unless I tapped into a power beyond my moral standards. But if saving the future came with the cost of a single selfish sin, then by all means I will commit to it."
"But you refuse to share with us this great message," said a voice from the crowd. And another shot out from the other side of the room. "Yes, what is coming that threatens our future?"
"What I know you cannot yet know. What I've seen you cannot yet see."
"You have gone too far, Barin," said Master Sadana.
"Too far?"
Barin chuckled.
"Don't you see, my brethren Jedi? We haven't gone far enough. Look at your history. A Jedi order dependent on a galactic republic, married to politics, and ultimately destroyed from the inside out. Oh, but at least from the ashes came the prophecy of the Chosen One. Ha! You spend years crafting an order of emotion-driven therapists with swords doomed to never be brandished. How ironic that a Jedi Order determined to connect and love is soon destroyed from the inside out, and by whom? The Skywalker Prophet's very own nephew. We've spent decades trying to understand the path of a Jedi and how they must operate. Well, learn from your histories. I beg you. We've tried confederacies, we've tried democracies, we've tried convents, and all shared the same fate. Destruction. From the inside out. It is time we tried something new. Because what's coming will know our weaknesses, so we must organize into something this threat will not be expecting. A monarchy.
Sedana laughed.
You would crown yourself King of the Jedi? I would if it meant the light side remained the current power base. Would you be the first to commit treason against your lord? I give you this one warning. Do not go that way.
The room fell silent. Sedana's eyes were half shut. The corner of Barin's mouth curled. The old master stepped into the sparring mat and drew his sand-colored blade.
Maybe it's time for a new way, Barin Kurota. But you have no honor in your actions. I challenge you to Sagiru.
Barin shot across the sparring mat. A blue flash blinked in everyone's eyes, and then silence. Barin sheathed his blue lightsaber. Sedana Ricci's body fell to the ground, and his head rolled the opposite direction. The Jedi gasped and cried out. Dato wiped the tears from her eyes and ran out of the dojo. She made haste toward the front doors of the monastery, but she was stopped by Jedi sentinels, now donned in new robes. Barin raised his voice so all could hear.
Your old master held you back. In order to create a greater Jedi, we have to be rid of the old ways. Did he not challenge me? Did I not offer Sedana a chance to comply? Am I in the wrong for denying his call to Sagiru? Any who find fault, speak now.
None answered for a time until a man stepped forward.
All hail the Jedi King.
The Jedi Knight bowed low. Another kneeled. All hail the Jedi King. Two more followed.
All hail the Jedi King!
The room filled with the repeated roars, hailing in the new order under the reign of King Barin Kurota. Dato looked sick.
What have we done?